The key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities. To achieve goals you've never achieved before, you need to start doing things you've never done before. One thing's for sure, if we keep doing what we're doing, we're going to keep getting what we're getting. One definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing and expect different results. Most of us spend too much time on what is urgent and not enough time on what is important. I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions. When you have too many top priorities, you effectively have no top priorities. Motivation is a fire from within. If someone else tries to light that fire under you, chances are it will burn very briefly. Interdependent people combine their own efforts with the efforts of others to achieve their greatest success. The key to success is dedication to lifelong learning. There are 3 constants in life: change, choice, and principles. Our ultimate freedom is the right and power to decide how anybody or anything outside ourselves will affect us. Be part of the solution, not part of the problem. The main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. To begin with the end in mind means to start with a clear understanding of your destination. It means to know where you're going so that you better understand where you are now and so that the steps you take are always in the right direction. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Most people do not listen with the intent to understand, they listen with the intent to reply. Trust is the glue of life. It's the most essential ingredient in effective communication. It's the foundational principle that holds all relationships. Proactive people carry their own weather with them. Strength lies in differences, not in similarities. Be a light, not a judge. Be a model, not a critic. Leadership is a choice, not a position. We see the world, not as it is, but as we are, or as we are conditioned to see it. When we open our mouths to describe what we see, we in effect describe ourselves, our perceptions, our paradigms. Taking initiative is a form of self-empowerment. What you do has far greater impact than what you say. Live your life by a compass, not a clock. The key is in not spending time, but in investing it. It takes humility to seek feedback. It takes wisdom to understand it, analyze it, and appropriately act on it. To live, to love, to learn, and to leave a legacy. Self-awareness involves deep personal honesty. It comes from asking and answering hard questions. Where you are headed is more important than how fast you are going. Rather than always focusing on what's urgent, learn to focus on what is really important. People don't listen to understand. They listen to reply. The collective monologue is everyone talking and no one listening. You always reap what you sow. There is no shortcut. The essence of synergy is to value differences, to respect them, to build on strengths, to compensate for weaknesses. If I really want to improve my situation, I can work on the one thing over which I have control, myself. We must never be too busy to take time to sharpen the saw. We judge ourselves by our intentions, and others by their actions. You can learn great things from your mistakes when you aren't busy denying them. Be patient with yourself. Self-growth is tender, it's holy ground. There's no greater investment. We think we see the world as it is, when in fact we see the world as we are. To know and not to do is not to know. Beginners are many, finishers are few. Happiness, like unhappiness, is a proactive choice. It's not what happens to us, but our response to what happens to us that hurts us. The only thing that endures over time is the law of the farm. You must prepare the ground, plant the seed, cultivate, and water if you expect to reap the harvest. To change ourselves effectively, we first had to change our perceptions. Free your heart from hatred, forgive. Free your mind from worries, most never happen. Live simply and appreciate what you have. Give more. Expect less. Live out of your imagination, not your history. Treat your employees exactly as you want them to treat your best customers. Trust is the highest form of human motivation. It brings out the very best in people, but it takes time and patience. Two people can see the same thing, disagree, and yet both be right. It's not logical, it's psychological.